तपाईँहरू सबैको साथसाथै भर्चुअली जोडिनु भएका नेपाली मित्रहरूलाई सम्बोधन गर्न पाउनु मेरो लागि सम्मान र सौभाग्यको कुरा हो. The Nepal-India relationship is intricate and exists in various paradigms. We share the same geography, civilizational heritage, culture and customs. There are affinities in religious and spiritual traditions, even food habits. The people-to-people linkages are so strong and so powerful that, quite frankly, we in government only complement these. As Prime Minister Narendra Modi put it when he visited Nepal 2 years ago, and I quote, "India's relations with Nepal are familial and friendly, which stand on the strong foundations of mutual and deep relationships between its people, which are much above the relationship between the two governments," unquote. For India, Nepal is fundamental to our neighbourhood-first approach. India's development and modernization are incomplete and intrinsically and symbiotically linked to the development and modernization of neighboring countries such as Nepal. That is why leaders from our neighboring countries were invited to Prime Minister Modi's swearing-in ceremony in 2014 and in 2019. Nepal's people and India's people are our strength, and our endeavors are meant to assist and enable them. Our aspiration of Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, Sabka Vishwas, and your goal of Samriddh Nepal, Sukhi Nepal are entirely compatible. In my meetings here in Kathmandu with the President, the Prime Minister of Nepal, the Foreign Minister, and my counterpart, the Foreign Secretary, and other dignitaries and officials, I have been left with no doubt that our countries are on the same page and share the same vision. India sees itself as Nepal's foremost friend and development partner. Developmental experiences that we share with you are developmental experiences that have proved successful and beneficial in our own country. Given our similarities in environmental conditions and socio-economic challenges, there is so much that we can learn from each other. Such development projects have been implemented in all 77 of Nepal's districts, and over 100 of them have been completed since 2014, when our Prime Minister visited Nepal for the first time after he took over. They cover diverse sectors such as education, health, irrigation, drinking water, preservation of culture, skill development, youth training, and agriculture. These are projects that have immediate and positive impact on the lives of people, touching everybody in society. The Motihari-Amlekganj petroleum pipeline was the first of its kind in the region. It has created capacity to carry 2 million metric tons of petroleum products into Nepal and has already led to savings of over Nepalese rupees 800 million for the country. Brisk implementation of the 900 megawatt Arun 3 hydropower project is underway, and cross-border transmission lines have been upgraded. The Jayanagar-Kurta cross-border rail line should be operational shortly. It will make Janakpur so much easier to visit from India. Tourism from India would be an important area of employment, commerce, and opportunity. We want to promote it to the extent that we can. Modern integrated checkposts at Birganj and Biratnagar have transformed cross-border movement of people and goods, and work on the integrated checkposts at Nepalganj has already commenced. Given the young population both in India and Nepal, education is a crucial bridge. 70 schools and 150 health centers, health facilities are coming up in 12 districts of Nepal with Indian support. I know that our ambassador, Vinay Quatra, and his colleagues have been working ceaselessly to ensure that many of these commitments that have been made at the level of our leadership are implemented in a timely manner. And I think going over, taking stock of the implementation projects, I find that we have done extraordinarily well despite COVID in this context. As a neighbor and friend, India sees itself as Nepal's natural and instinctive responder in times of crisis. The devastating earthquake of 2015 was a test for the government and people of Nepal. The courage and resilience of the citizens of Nepal, the grit and determination in rebuilding lives and livelihoods was an inspiration to us in India and across the world. On our part, we were happy to contribute to this process as first responders and then towards long-term reconstruction. The outlay of Indian earthquake-related assistance is $1 billion, but its true value is not in monetary terms. It lies in how it has helped communities on the ground. The year 2020 has brought with it an additional challenge in the form of the COVID-19 pandemic. This has been the most globally disruptive event since the Second World War. Through this period, Nepal and India have been together. We have suffered together and we have fought back together. We are supplying masks, PPEs, diagnostic test kits, and ventilators to other countries. Our pharmaceutical companies ramped up production of drugs, especially hydroxychloroquine and paracetamol. We shipped these to 150 countries, even in lockdown conditions. Whatever we had and whatever we could, we shared with our friends, including here in Nepal. We are on the cusp of the availability of a vaccine for the novel coronavirus. As the world's largest manufacturer of vaccines, India is at the forefront of this effort. We have at least 5 promising vaccine candidates at advanced stages of trials. Dozens of sites across India are conducting vaccine trials on all ages and social groups. I would like to assure the people of Nepal that once a vaccine is rolled out, meeting Nepal's requirement would be a priority for us. Given our genetic profiles, what works for India is likely to work for Nepal as well. Together, we will recover from the pandemic, and together, we will protect our people. In our region, our South Asia, we are symbiotically linked. We need each other. India's market is available to Nepal, to your companies, your startups, and your teeming talent pool. Nepal's hydropower potential can be a major source of clean energy for the subcontinent and an economic game changer for your country. Together, we can find solutions to climate change and environmental concerns that trouble us. यहाँलाई ध्यान दिएर सुनौं अनि निर्णायक रूपमा आगे बढौं। हामी नेपालका र भारतका भावी पुस्ताहरू प्रति जवाबदेही छौं। घनिष्ठ मित्र र छिमेकीको रूपमा हामीसँगै काम गर्न आवश्यक छ। हामीले हाम्रो युवाहरूको आकांक्षालाई पूरा गर्न आवश्यक छ। सशक्त सहकार्यमुखी भारत नेपाल सम्बन्ध दुई देशका जनताहरूको हितमा छ। तपाईं सबैलाई धेरै धेरै धन्यवाद। थ्यांक यू। नमस्कार।